Hey, what's going on, Sacred Collective family? Today we're going to be tapping into the energies of September, of Virgo season, as well as Libra season, eclipse season, seeing what's the vibes of T, the energy, what's going on, so we can dive just a little bit more in depth into what's going to be happening for you for the month of September. So we have 3 groups here. Okay, you can choose from group 1, group 2, or group 3. Sometimes we're drawn to more than one group, and that's okay. If you're genuinely drawn to more than one group, then make sure you check that out. As always, the timestamps for this video is going to be in the pinned comment section, as well as the description bar. Let's get started, y'all. I'm so excited. I don't know what's going to come out. Y'all know I don't look at these cards beforehand. So wait, let me pick my group. Let me pick my group real quick, family. Hold on. Give me a minute. Okay. I got my group. All right. Y'all let me know what you guys selected. So, group number 1. Let's actually start off with, we're going to roll some dice here. And the way that I pull these cards, you guys, I pull these cards so that we could take a look and see what it is that you need to release, what it is you're going to be receiving, the lesson that you will be learning in the month of September, and then spiritual guidance. So let's just kind of see what's going on for group 1. Okay. I feel like there is an imbalance in your work and your home life. I feel like you guys are overwhelmed with your work, your home life, as well as feeling like you have to neglect an area of your life, or you're feeling like you're neglecting an area of your life. Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. I had to make sure because we have the North Node coming out here twice, and I was just making sure that was the glyph for the North Node, so I had to look that up. So we have the North Node actually coming out here twice. 4th house, 2nd house, 6th house. So yeah, like I really feel like you guys are in a point in your life right now where you're really focused on your career, you're focused on your legacy, you're focused on your calling. You are being directly guided by your spiritual team in the month of September towards your destiny, towards your calling, and it's causing some type of imbalance in your home life, or you feel like you're not doing enough in your home life. Because the 4th house, okay, the 4th house represents our home, our roots. It represents, growth through creating emotional security, healing family patterns, and connecting with your inner self. But then the North Node is about our soul growth, our destiny, and it's about stretching, beyond what feels comfortable for us, stretching beyond what we feel comfortable in. So you're having to stretch beyond what you're comfortable in. You could have your South Node in Cancer. You could have your South Node in Pisces. You could have your South Node in the 2nd, 6th, or 4th house. And it's like, you're also trying to balance growing through stability, learning how to trust in your own worth. You're learning how to create resources, something about, legacy here as well. But you're doing that with the 6 here. You're doing that through 6th house, right? 6th house is service. 6th house is mastering discipline, finding sacredness in your everyday habits. We talked about being devoted to yourself, right? And so the north node showing up twice here is really saying, like, group 1, no shortcuts. No shortcuts. You got to go through the fire. And it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable for you. But this is your pathway to get to financial stability and security. And believe it or not, you may feel like you may be falling short as a mom or with your family, but you actually focusing on your north node is what's going to bring true legacy. It's what's going to bring in the big bucks. You focusing on your spiritual assignment is what's going to bring that in, so that you can have more time to focus on family matters. So I know this path feels uncomfortable for you, but this is your doorway to lasting. Emphasis on the word lasting financial stability and security, okay? And by committing to your spiritual assignment, you're laying the foundation for this generational wealth. You're laying the foundation for a true legacy. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. And then, okay, another thing as well, you will do good in the month of September to find like-minded communities. I just heard group fitness, okay? I just heard group fitness. Something about group fitness, being around people who are doing the same thing that you are doing, okay? You could be seeing the number 666 a lot. You could be a life path number 6. You could be a life path number 11. But who you are around in the month of September really, really matters, y'all. It really, really will make or break you. It'll make or break your goals. Yeah, super important. And I feel like you're also going to be confronted with having to set boundaries, with people. Maybe it's somebody that she's really sweet, but she doesn't have anything going on in her life, so you can't be spending all day chitty chatty patty whacking on the phone with her. You know what I mean? You have to be around. The energy of the people closest to you is either going to fuel your growth or it's going to drain it. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. So this is also a month about aligning with the right tribe, getting around people, getting in certain social groups that are going to help, to push you and motivate you. Maybe even being around people who help you to get out of your comfort zone, where initially you might be uncomfortable around these people because you feel like they have what you want, a mentor or just a certain group of women or a certain group of people, period. But this uncomfortability, is that a word? That's going to help to propel you towards your calling, towards your destiny, towards your legacy. So in the month of September, it's really important for you to get out of your comfort zone in your day-to-day life. Okay, so let's pull a message from the universe for you, group 1, and then we'll get into your messages. Okay, let's see. All right. It says, of course you will make mistakes, but the biggest one would be not to try. You have nothing to lose. This thing you have been thinking about for a long time, just go for it. Better an oops than a what if. We are here to support you. So this is a message from your spiritual team. There's something that you are avoiding taking action on at this time. You're afraid of failure. And also, they're speaking about this support system you have spiritually. There's something about it being it being aligned in the physical. Remember, as above, so below. As above, so below. So even if you feel like in the month of September you don't have the physical support, know that you do have the spiritual support, okay? It's okay to make mistakes, okay? It's okay to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. But just remember that every mistake is your teacher, okay? It's a stepping stone that's going to help you to refine your purpose. And the only true failure here is just staying still. The only true failure is silencing this idea, this inner knowing, this whatever this is you've been supposed to be working on. That's the only true failure. There's something that you've been carrying in your heart, group one, that you know is a part of your divine assignment, and you think that you're risking something. Maybe for some of you guys, you think that, okay, I want to take action on this idea, but it could affect my household. It could affect my family. It could affect my finances. I will have to pour more into this than I'm pouring into that, right? And so I feel like that's where the fear is coming in at. It's because you know that God has literally told you to invest in this thing, but there's still this guilt of you not pouring into family or children or, into the home in some way. Again, I've been hearing that a lot in the collective messages, but I've been hearing about downsizing. Don't be afraid to downsize temporarily. Because whatever this is, the what if of this, it's going to haunt you far longer than this oops ever will. Ever will. So this isn't about being perfect, okay, group one. This is about, trusting in that intuitive guidance that you have. Trusting that we're here. They're saying that we're here to catch you when you stumble, to guide you even when you feel, a little lost. But you're definitely not walking alone. You're definitely not walking alone. Okay. Underneath the bottom of the deck, we have when the world feels like it's coming crashing down around you. Take this as an opportunity to find yourself and let go of who you thought you were. Not all storms come to destroy your life. Some come to clear your path. Decide that this crisis will be the turning point for what you've been waiting for. So maybe you've been experiencing financial issues. Maybe you've been experiencing issues within your family, feeling like you're not good enough. Things are not working out for you. And you know that you need to pivot. You know you need to take a shift. You know that you need to do something. But there's this fear of what happens if things get even worse. You know what I mean? I mean, they're already bad, but what happens if it gets even worse? But what happens if you stay in this predicament, you stay stuck, and years pass by, months pass by, a decade passes by, and you never take that chance? So let's go ahead and let's get into your reading. So again, these cards are going to be showing us what it is that you are needing to release, what it is that you are going to be receiving, the spiritual lesson behind it all, and then guidance or insight from your spiritual team. Okay, so first card here for what it is that you are releasing is the Six of Cups. Okay, for what you need to be releasing or what you are releasing in the month of September. Six of Cups in reverse. Okay, and what you're going to be receiving, Three of Swords in reverse. Wow. And the spiritual lesson behind it, good fortune. Okay. Good fortune. And then we'll take a look at that card as well as maybe even pull some ancestor messages towards the end of this message. Whew. Okay. Well, this definitely feels good, right? Okay. So there's light at the end of the tunnel, for sure, group one. For sure. I'm telling you. It's all going to be worth it. Okay. So starting off with this six, I'm turning upright. Starting off with the Six of Cups coming out here reverse. This is about letting go of the past. This is about letting go of old memories. This nostalgia that keeps you guys stuck. You repeating certain cycles or even relationships that you've outgrown, okay? The past cannot define your present unless you keep carrying it, okay? That's the message here. Your past cannot define you unless you keep carrying it. Which makes perfect sense here with the Three of Swords, which is what you are releasing in reverse. This is healing. This is the lifting of heartbreak. Because we see the Three of Swords upright, we see that the swords are piercing the heart, right? We see they're piercing the heart. It's pain, it's heartbreak, it's suffering, it's grief. But when we look at it upside down, these swords are falling. You feel me? These swords are falling. So the thing that is important for you guys to remember is that it's not like Spirit is telling you to act like the pain never existed, okay? Because these swords are finally being pulled out so that this wound can close, okay? So that this wound, so that it can heal. So this energy is receiving recovery, receiving forgiveness, receiving release, and good fortune here. What the spiritual lesson in this is, the spiritual lesson is that, you know, this path is cleared. How do I want to say this? Pain clears the path, okay? You healing the pain is what clears the path for these blessings. Yeah. Anything that felt once like loss is actually a divine setup for expansion for you, okay, group one? And Spirit is teaching you that when something is removed, it is making space for something better. It's making space for something more aligned. It's making space for something more abundant. And I feel like sometimes you have a hard time seeing that. You have a hard time letting go of what happened to you in the past. You have a hard time letting go of the pain, of your childhood memories, of who wasn't there for you, of who didn't support you. You just have a really difficult time with moving on from that emotionally. It's still weighing on you heavy. And so September, okay, is about finally releasing the pain. Finally forgiving that situation. Forgiving it for you. Forgiveness is for self. It's about finally letting go and choosing to heal and choosing to release the pain and choosing to recover, choosing to move on from this. So it's time for you to release the pain, not just the memories, not just the people, but this identity, okay, that you have built around who you used to be. This identity you've built around having a mother wound. This identity that you built around having a father wound. This identity that you grew up having less than what you deserve. This identity that you never have support. That you're underlooked. That you're overlooked and you're overlooked and underpaid. You've been trying to hold on to these versions of yourself, okay? Almost like they're trophies. Almost like they're trophies. But that's not who you are anymore. And so what you're releasing is the comfort of these familiar stories, you know, these familiar storylines that you keep rehearsing because they feel safe, even though they keep you small. And Spirit is saying the story, the lines that you are rehearsing is for a play that already happened. So Spirit is showing me, imagine being backstage. You got your paper. You're rehearsing. You're going over your lines over and over. I'm never enough. Nobody ever supports me. My family doesn't care about me. I have to do everything by myself. I was a teen mom. I had to do everything by myself. My friends always had more support than me. People always used me and took advantage of me. And then I always cried and I always went away by myself. And I always this and this. And you're reading these lines over and over. You're rehearsing this over and over. And Spirit is saying that the play that you're actually going to, the next role that you're actually playing, the North Node, okay, your life purpose, these lines They won't do it. These lines are not for that role. So it's time for you to learn some new words. It's time for you to put this old script down. Imagine rehearsing those lines for a character that's supposed to play a boss bitch. Imagine that. Imagine rehearsing those lines for a character that's supposed to be a healer. It doesn't fit. And so Spirit is giving you in the month of September permission to dream again through healing, permission to live again. Spirit is saying, I am removing this dagger from your heart, these daggers from your heart. So you won't keep bleeding about what happened. Now it's time to embrace joy. And you see, with good fortune here, this is about every heartbreak. It was clearing. Something about it was clearing. Every closed door, okay, was like construction for this new foundation. I feel like group 1, you're under construction right now. And it's going to show up in your day-to-day routines, in the way that you speak to yourself, in the way that you love on yourself, in the way that you take care of your physical body. Stop looking back for validation. Stop checking these old wounds to see if they still hurt, reliving this pain. Your ancestors, your guides, they're standing at the gate of your future and they're saying, North Node, come on. Stop crying about this old story when the new chapter is being written in your favor. Good fortune. So September for you guys is not just about release. It's about like a resurrection. I don't know if that's the right word. Like, I feel like it's like a resurrection, you know? It's about understanding that what you let go of is the very thing that makes room for the abundance that you've been praying for. And God is saying, if you trust me with the release, if you trust me with this release here, I am going to overwhelm you with a reward, with good fortune, with abundance, with legacy, with generational wealth. But you got to trust me enough to let it go. Okay. I don't want these to be too long. Let's get the spiritual guidance. Let me see. Okay. It says I should probably read these from the book. It says inner dialogue. In order for things around you to change, you must first change your inner dialogue. Okay. Let's read that from the book. Wow. And it's also super interesting, y'all. This inner dialogue, this card is 31, right? 3 plus 1 equals 4. Okay. And then this card is 13. 1 plus 3 equals 4. Okay. Super interesting. I feel like these cards are mirroring something to each other. Good fortune is mirroring something to inner dialogue. They're connected. The way you speak to yourself, okay, is connected to your good fortune. Okay. Don't get me started. Let's read it. All right. Inner dialogue. It says how you talk to yourself is the driving force behind all of your motivations and ambitions. If you tell yourself you can, then you will find a way. If you tell yourself you can't, then you will not have enough power to generate a positive outcome. What you tell yourself creates a rippling effect within that trickles all the way down to your deepest, most hidden feelings. Your hidden dialogue has the potential to propel you forward or hold you back. It can bring forward solutions or create problems. Your feelings are generated by the thoughts that you entertain and the ideas that you accept to be true or false. It is time for you to talk to yourself in the same way you would a dear friend. If you want a friend to take your advice, do you think they will be happy if you were belittling them? The same is true for your own self-talk. When you begin to change your inner dialogue, you will change your feelings about yourself. How others see you is directly related to how you see yourself. When you change your inner dialogue, you create a positive relationship with yourself that has the potential to create lasting changes in every area of your life. Your inner dialogue is the solution to your current problem or challenge. As you show yourself compassion and kindness, you establish a positive relationship with the one person that can change everything, and that person is you. You have the power to change your life by changing your inner dialogue. Wow. Woo. Wow. Okay. Some of you guys could be a Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You could be, I definitely feel like you're experiencing these changes in Libra season, okay? In Libra season, or you have strong Libra placements. You have Libra ruling your 6th house. You have Libra ruling your 7th house or your 4th house. There's something major happening in your chart, okay? Where's Pluto? Where is Pluto? Where's Pluto in your chart? I think Pluto's in Aquarius right now. Pluto could be in your 6th house. Pluto could be in your 11th house right now, making a transit. Because let's go back to this. This inner dialogue, this 31 and this 13 is really low-key fucking me up, y'all. I was going to skip it because I'm ready to move on to the next group, but we can't skip it. We can't skip it, y'all. We can't skip it. So, again, y'all notice, look at that. That's 13 and that's 31. Okay? And this message in the book was talking about it being connected, right? So Spirit is showing us that how we talk to ourselves is literally shaping the foundation of our blessings. So something good that will be good for group 1 in September will be like scripting. Like you scripting out your life, like writing and scripting out your life in some way. Creating a new script or something like that. Or affirmations. Let's pull the affirmation card for y'all. And then we're going to close out. I ain't going to be too long. Some of y'all have been speaking curses over your own path. And you're the one who can change everything in your life. And it really starts with your words. It starts with your thoughts. I feel like it starts with your thoughts and your words. What you think, you become. That's how they always say, like, you know how you can tell a lot about a person by what they, like, listening to them? You know? Let's see. Some affirmations. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Period. Okay, so the first one, it says, I embrace getting out of my comfort zone. Okay. This is about what we talked about in the beginning of the reading. And then we have, I am worthy of having my desires and needs met. Period, period. Okay, so let's pull some ancestor messages for y'all and then close out and then move on to the next group. Beautiful reading. Make sure y'all let me know who chose group 1. I don't know. Okay. All right, so now we're going to get into some quick, just like ancestor messages, tough love messages, anything else your ancestors kind of want to throw out in this reading for you, group 1. Okay. Okay. I heard 6, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Look at that. Keep showing up. You're on the right path. All right. So what do we have here? Making fear sound like intuition. Yeah, y'all are healing. Okay, friend, you got to get out of your comfort zone in September. Get out of your comfort zone. Stop letting fear tell you what to do, baby. Talking about, it's my intuition. I don't know. I just don't like being it. That's fear. That's fear. Talk about that show, Intuition. Stay consistent with your ancestors, okay? So if you do ancestor work, your ancestors talking about you need to be more consistent with them, okay? That advice wasn't for your highest good, okay? And it's specifically because we did pull that card that was talking about like giving advice, getting advice. I honestly don't feel like, well, it could be for some of y'all where you got some advice from somebody and this is like confirmation that like, don't trust that advice. But I feel like this is you. Like making fear sound like intuition because you be giving other people advice and it be resonating for them. Okay, come on. You be giving advice to yourself from a place of fear. You don't be giving the same advice out that you don't be giving the same advice to yourself that you be giving out to other people. That's what it really is. And you be swearing you be on point. You don't be giving the same advice. You don't. I'm sorry. You need to be giving the same advice that you be giving to other people. Okay, 13 people in the room. Okay, 4. You need to be giving the same advice. It says you're exhausted because your job doesn't match your assignment. Again, I feel like for some of y'all, this is about you taking a risk. This could be you walking away from a certain job, but like you're afraid, you're scared to get out your comfort zone. You don't know what's going to happen. You're scared to downsize. You're scared about looking like, a bad mom or a bad this or a bad that. You're scared about what people are going to think about you. You're scared about all these things, but it's all coming to a head in September. You could also be having the eclipse in your 4th house. Eclipse could be in your 10th house as well. Okay. And then we have here, you're the first to do this. Of course, it's hard. And then we have, stop telling people your goals. Some are praying against them. All right, group 1. So that is your message. What's your spiritual team? The Most High wants you to know for September, for your highest and greatest good. Make sure y'all let me know in the comments how this one resonated with you. And then I'm going to move on to group number 2. Group 2. See what's going on for you guys. All right. Group 2. What's going on? Oh, there it is. 2 cards came out for y'all. I'm gonna keep shuffling. So group 2, we have here, what is this? Neptune, 9th house, and Pluto. So you could be a Pisces, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You could be a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You could be an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You could be a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay. Could also be a Gemini or Cancer. Doesn't have to be. Those are just some indications. You could be a life path number 4, life path number 3, life path number 9, life path number 3, or life path number 8. Okay, you could be born on the 8th day of a month, born on the 3rd, born on the 7th. Could be 22 years old. Could be 35 years old, 33 years old. Somebody could have a 7-year-old or a 10-year-old son, okay? All right. So starting off with, I guess, Neptune and Pluto's energy here for you guys. This is spiritual transformation at a higher level with the 9th house being here, okay? So the month of September is going to be about a very big spiritual transformation for you guys. And I feel like, the 9th house also deals with higher learning, but it also deals with perspectives, right? Belief systems, perspectives. And I feel like you're having this like aha moment. You're having like this aha moment in the month of September where you heal something, you work through something, you navigate something, and you see something from like a higher perspective, and it really just transforms you from the inside out. So the ninth house rules philosophy, travel, higher learning, higher education, expansion of our consciousness or whatever, right? And so when we're talking about Neptune and Pluto here, which are two like heavy planets, this is your belief systems. This is your worldview. This is something to deal with your spiritual practice here with Neptune. Something about it being purged. Something about your these things being transformed in some type of way. Now remember, Neptune is about dissolving illusions, right? Neptune, it shows you where you've been idealizing certain situations, certain spiritual teachers, or even your own potential, without action or without grounding yourself. And so I feel like you guys are getting discernment. Something here about discernment, and you seeing things or seeing a person or seeing something for what it really is. And then when you see something for what it really is, right? Because Neptune blurs the lines with shit, right? But then Pluto's here as well, which is actually a good thing for you, because Pluto is like the Tower card. Pluto is tearing down all the shit that no longer serves your higher truth. Pluto's energy is very like deep. Pluto's energy is intense. Pluto, you know, this transformation, it's going to feel uncomfortable, you know, because it's forcing you to confront hidden shadows in your belief system, things that you've been ignoring. And so in September, you guys can expect these aha moments, these like spiritual revelations, and things that kind of shift your understanding of like life, like your purpose, like the path that you're walking. That you guys could be really going through some type of deep soul transformation, deep soul work or something like that. There could be you traveling in the month of September. Also could be studying, or you getting a mentor that really shakes shit up for you with Pluto, right? In a good way, you know, to open doors to this new consciousness, you know. And I feel like you guys also, you're being called to like let go of this like rigid 4x4 belief system. Yeah, 4. Let go of this rigid belief system, you know, and expand your truth. Expand what you know to be true. So you're going to be in September questioning what you've been taught. Okay, you're going to be looking into like Neptune, like certain spiritual texts and, you know, certain books and diving down certain deep. Yeah, Pluto's also obsessive. So you're going to be diving deep into like spiritual, like occult information, spiritual sciences and things like that in the month of September. Like, you know, but watch with Neptune, because Neptune's a little sneaky. Neptune's a little sneaky thing, okay? Watch for being so eager to learn and transform that you could be manipulated or taken advantage of by like a mentor or by like a spiritual teacher, or like you being so eager for knowledge and information that you fuck around and you find yourself like in a cult or something. Okay, be really careful, because Neptune is just really weird. It blurs the lines with certain shit. So just watch your intuition, because Neptune just blurs these lines, and also learning how to be discerning. Discernment is going to be really big for you guys, between what's real guidance, what's something that's real that you're getting from somebody, and what's something that's just like too good to be true, you know? So your beliefs are being alchemized. There's something that you're clinging to that's either going to empower you, okay, with Pluto here, or Pluto's going to be stripping it away. Neptune, some type of illusion here. But I feel like in the month of September, the more you guys surrender to this transformation, this Pluto energy, the more aligned your path becomes, the more you spiritually awaken, the more you see things for what they really are. I feel like y'all are going to be going down a web hole of like conspiracy theories, I'm picking up on that, like conspiracy theories and stuff like that, and just going down a real rabbit hole with like certain topics and things like that. You also may be drawn to study certain like cultures and travel to certain places. So planning will be really good. Or if you can't, let's say you want to go, I don't know why I'm hearing like Egypt. Let's say like ancient Kemet, you want to travel to like Egypt or whatever. Let's say you can't travel to Egypt, right? You can submerge yourself into sacred texts and studying and certain videos and certain mentors and certain teachers that are teaching about this. So yeah, that's what I'm picking up for you guys for September. But I'm definitely seeing here, like you're gonna be going down these conspiracy theories. You're gonna be wanting to like look at history documentaries. You're gonna be trying to access secret knowledge and information, because Neptune is pulling you guys into the unseen, but Pluto is asking you to dig deep for the truth. You know, Neptune is like drawing you to like the unconscious, to the spiritual world, and Pluto's like go deep, dig deep. And then ninth house is like study, break it down, get a higher perspective on it, learn more about it. So yeah, I'm loving this energy for you guys, you know. So again, even if physical travel isn't possible for you guys, you're going to be traveling through study, through mentorship, through these sacred teachings, videos, books, documentaries, conversations with like knowledgeable teachers. These things are also very beneficial to help to transport your consciousness. Okay. I'm also hearing like excavation. Excavation. Why am I hearing that? It's kind of like just, I guess, diving deep. Just like peeling back any like layers of illusion, and connecting with like even the ancestral realm, connecting with ancestral wisdom. But the more intentional you are in your study in September, in your exploration, in your knowledge, the better your insights are going to be. You guys are like my spiritual group, I would say. Like you have strong gifts, and I feel like something is being activated for y'all in September. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on, because I could stay with the dice forever. Okay? I could just really stay with the dice. Let's go ahead and take a look at your message from the universe. It says, no act of kindness is ever wasted. Some of the kindest people you will ever meet have been through hell and back themselves. That strengthens their compassion and empathy. If this is describing you, keep being the beautiful soul that you are. Read this again. No act of kindness is ever wasted. Some of the kindest people you will ever meet have been through hell and back themselves. That strengthens their compassion and empathy. If this is describing you, keep being a beautiful soul. Okay. So this is you, group 2. Very kind. Like I said, your energy feels like very empathetic. Like you are the empaths. You're the people who I feel like you've been stabbed in the back. But it never stopped you from being compassionate. It's never stopped you from being empathetic. It's never stopped you from being this beautiful soul that you are. And that's why you're blessed. And your energy, man. Like earth angel. That's what I'm hearing. Like rainbow child, like not from this planet. Like you literally came here to experience hell, you know? And I just feel like you guys are super compassionate and kind. Let's get into it. I want to see what your lesson is here. Okay, I want to put one more card. Well, It says, the past is behind you now, so drop the fears and doubts. Even though you may feel a little uncomfortable at this moment and slightly anxious over what is coming next, you are being urged to bring yourself back to the present moment. Your recent prayers have been heard and are currently being worked on. And y'all, this is not going to lie, this reminded me kind of group 1. So if you're drawn to group 1, I definitely feel like there's messages in group 2 for you guys as well. Especially with speaking about the past, speaking about fear, and about like being uncomfortable. I feel like this is the season of you choosing yourself. I feel like a lot of your mission has been acts of loving kindness, you know? But now your spiritual team is kind of like switching it up. Acts of loving kindness, you know? But now your spiritual team is kind of like switching it up. Whoop. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting a phone call. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, like even with me getting the phone call right now, I feel like this is like in the month of September, you're gonna have, or you've always had, like interruptions, right? I mean, like what I'm doing is super spiritual right now, right? And there's an interruption, you know what I mean? I feel like you've had interruptions on your path, interruptions by like people, things that have kind of like been in your way, or you feel like there's been a lot of interruptions, or there's been a lot of blockages in some way. But let's just dive into your cards. I'm super anxious to dive into y'all's cards. Okay, so let's see. So the first card here is going to be telling us what you are needing to release, what you are receiving, your spiritual lesson, and then you guys had 2 cards come out for your spiritual insight from your spiritual team. Okay, let's see. So what you are releasing is, the strength card in reverse. The first thing I heard is like being strong for others. Okay, being strong for other people. And then what you are receiving is the 3 of Cups. Exactly. Okay, it's making sense. Okay, that's what you're receiving. And then your spiritual lesson is trust. Trust. Wow. Okay. Okay. You could be a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You could be a Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay. So Spirit is showing that, again, you guys have always had interruptions on your path. Things, people, circumstances. All these things trying to knock you off of like your alignment, okay? Trying to test your patience, you know? And I feel like your soul is ready for a breakthrough. That's what it's giving. It's giving like your soul is finally ready for a breakthrough. It's ready to not be walked over. It's ready to stand in your spiritual power. So starting off with the Strength card, this is a beautiful card. Y'all, I love these cards. I don't know why I don't use these cards anymore. Okay, look at this card. It's beautiful. So starting off with the Strength card here, and it came out in reverse. So this is not about physical strength, right? This is not about, you know, releasing anything that has to do with physical strength. This is Spirit saying it's time to release the need to always be strong emotionally, strong spiritually, strong mentally, even for other people. Stop carrying burdens that are not yours. So you guys have been overextending, you've been overgiving, you've been trying to maintain control in a sense, you know, protect everyone and everybody and keep everything together. And so this energy, Spirit is clearing it for you guys in the month of September. You do not need to be this unshakable like pillar for everyone all the time. You know, you need to let that go. You don't have to be the one who's always there, Sagittarius. Okay, you don't have to be that one for everyone. You don't have to play that role anymore. That's coming through here. You don't have to play that role anymore, because I feel like when you're in this energy of playing this role of being the one who has it put together, okay, who is the support system, who is the emotional support for everyone, it leaves you no room to have compassion for yourself. So you've already learned in this life how to extend compassion, how to put out compassion and empathy and kindness towards the world. But right now in this season, I feel like you guys are learning how to give it back to yourself, how to pour back into yourself. So you're not playing this role anymore with the Strength card in reverse, where you are being that strong friend, that strong family member, that stronger in your romantic relationships even. You're not playing that role anymore. It's draining you. And I feel like you guys are fully aware that this is draining you in September. That you're the mom friend. I feel like you guys are playing mom for a lot of people. Some of y'all don't even have kids. Some of y'all have kids and still paying mom for other people. But again, you guys have mastered compassion and kindness to the world. For real. I feel like you guys came here already knowing how to do that, okay? That's who you are. You're a healer. Like, you're a nurturer. You're somebody who lights up in the lives of those around you. But Spirit is saying this season is about turning that energy back inward, back to self. So the Strength card is asking you to step out of this role. Step out of this role. It's draining you. You don't need to prove your strength anymore. You don't need to prove your love anymore. You don't need to prove your compassion anymore. How much of an empath you don't have to prove that anymore. Not to them. Not to the world. Okay? And not even to yourself. This season is about pouring back into yourself. Reclaiming your energy, your joy, your peace. And that empathy and compassion that you guys have been giving so freely, Spirit wants you to give it to yourself now. The world will survive, okay, without your constant self-sacrifice. They will survive, I promise. Because your soul can't thrive if you continue to pour from an empty cup, okay? So this season is about you nurturing yourself with the same love and patience and kindness that you just been given to everybody else, and trusting that stepping out of that strong friend role, it doesn't make you weak. People may try to gaslight you and make you feel like it makes you weak. Like, oh girl, I can't deal with that today. What's going on with you? What's wrong? You okay? Oh, I don't feel like talking. I'm this and this and that. They'll try to gaslight you to make you feel. Okay? Of course, because they're not getting of what they want, they'll try to gaslight you. So the Three of Cups here with what you're receiving. This card says expression, expansion of the idea, growth, first stages of completion, celebration, friendship, collaboration, community, happiness. So the Three of Cups here, this is a celebration. This is you celebrating with your spiritual team here, with celebrating with other people, with joy, connection, and authentic support. Oh, hold on. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. My bad, y'all. So this is authentic support coming in for you guys. Authentic friendships. People who actually pour back into you. Spirit is showing you that this month you're receiving what you've given. But you got to make room for it. Friendships, community, family, romantic connections, things are going to lift you up instead of draining you. So this is not just like, partying, even though it can be. This is about like deep, nourishing soul connections for you guys. This is what you're craving. The kind that reminds you that you're loved and you're supported and you're celebrated for being your true self. You're celebrated even when you have boundaries. And then when we pair this with like trust as like your spiritual lesson, Spirit is also asking you to stop forcing control over how others show up in your life or how life unfolds. There's a part of you that feels like you're, like you have to keep playing this role of like the strong person, okay, in order to keep receiving nothing. Let's be real, from people. You have to keep playing this role. You convince yourself that you have to keep playing this role. That's the only role that you are qualified to play, to pay. So group 2, you guys are no longer just like the giver, okay? You are now the receiver. You are now somebody who's being celebrated. You are the soul who is finally supported in ways that you supported for so long. And Spirit is calling you to embrace this fully in September. Don't have guilt, okay? And without hesitation, open your arms to new love. Open your arms to new people, new connections. Some of you guys are afraid to trust new people and new connections. Meanwhile, the people that are in your life right now are literally draining the shit out of you. Literally, okay? They're actually draining the shit out of you. Somebody here could be a life path number 7 or born on the 7th day or 37 years old. And I feel like for you guys, it's hard to trust, It's hard to trust. Like, trust that not playing this role. Like, what happens when I stop being the strong friend? What happens when I stop, being there for other people? What happens? Who do I have? What role do I play? And that's a fear that I feel like you guys have, is always having to feel like you have to show up in this role. Yeah, y'all's energy is literally like healers, like chosen ones, like earth angels. Like, now it's time for you to learn the lesson. Now it's time for you to learn the lesson. I feel like that's difficult for you guys in September, but it's so fucking rewarding. It's so rewarding for you. And it's also having something to do with recognizing that you have a gift. Recognizing that you have these spiritual gifts, recognizing you have this intuitive insight, recognizing that you have a connection to the divine, you have a connection to divine insight, recognizing, who you are, identifying as the healer. So in this September, if you identify more with being a healer, with being a light worker, with being a chosen one, then you identify with being the caretaker, with being walked all over, with being the strong friend. That's you making room for celebration and for friendship and for community that truly are in alignment with you. So now it's time for you to learn a lesson. And it's also like something else I'm getting, something coming through here is about your nervous system as well. Because what happens when people always reach out or they're coming to you with their fires, right? When people are always coming to you with their fires, you're always like in this certain mindset. Your nervous system is always like all over the place because you are always in a state of emergency. So there's something coming through about your nervous system as well in connection to playing this role and Spirit trying to regulate your nervous system, because you're always like on this high alert. But this is ending in September, okay? So you this is about giving yourself permission to like calm down, to rest, to reset, and not living in survival mode, and so September is about creating the boundaries and allowing your body to feel safe again, okay? All right, let's take a look at your additional messages, and then I want to, well, let's save these for last. I want to pull some ancestor messages real quick. Let's pull some ancestor messages just to kind of clarify or give deeper insight. I don't know, y'all. I just heard the word used. Like, a lot of you guys be feeling used by these people. You be feeling used. You be real life feeling used. But you keep doing it, though. And you tell yourself, oh, it's because I'm a healer. Oh, it's because I'm a reader. Oh, my God. It's because I am chosen. It's because this is my purpose. Okay? That's how you try to validate it. To soothe your pain, you know? All right. Let's see. This card kind of fumbled out. Okay. Let's see. What does your ancestors want you to know for your highest and greatest good? Make the messages clear. All right. Again, this is the bottom of the deck, y'all. Keep showing up. You're on the right path. So y'all definitely were drawn to group 1. Or you definitely need to go check out group 1. You keep calling it a hobby, but it's a calling. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, exactly. You keep doing these readings talking about, you just doing a little something to help people. Baby, this show calling. This show calling. Stop treating it like a little side, little dib dab. Okay, this is for real. Whatever this is. You keep trying to do it on the side, and therefore that's why people keep treating your callings like a drive-through. Because you like, I just dibble and dabble. And that's why you're diving deep in the month of September. Okay? This is giving like spiritual initiation for y'all. You're not stuck. You're just still trying to do it your way. Your boundaries are working. Trying to manifest love, but avoiding self-love. Okay? Daily cleansing equals daily clarity. Your ancestors are speaking to, you putting the boundaries in place, okay? Putting these boundaries in place. Doing whatever daily cleansing that you do. Whatever it is that you do spiritually, you need to be doing it on the daily. Find something real simple that you can keep up with. That you can do every day. Some of you guys, you're trying to manifest love in your life. And the reason why you're not manifesting love, they're saying we got that shit blocked, baby. Because you need to work on loving yourself. Okay? Your love life is all over the place because you need to work on loving yourself. I also heard like spiritual bath. So for some of you guys, if you've recently taken a spiritual bath, this could be confirmation that it's working. It's helping your boundaries, or you may need to take one and you've been procrastinating on doing your daily cleansing. Okay? Whatever that means for you. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at your final cards. Oh my gosh. So we have collective consciousness. It said you may be feeling overwhelmed by all of the energetic shifts. It's time to focus on peace and love for all. Y'all, this is exactly what I'm picking up on. Y'all could be like Aquariuses or have like a 11th house stellium or like 8th house stellium or 6th house stellium. Okay? Because this is the energy. Collective consciousness. This is y'all feeling everybody's shit. We're going to read the card. And then we have 8. It says, follow the signs. Look around you for clues. The answer to your question is right in front of you. Okay. Where is it? Oh, let me get some water. Especially in my family, I feel like I be having to do things because we are family. Yeah, you gotta let that go. Especially, yeah, you gotta let that go. Okay, let's read collective consciousness. So I think this card is talking about like feeling the energies of the collective consciousness, something like that. But I don't remember. Let's see. It says yes. Look at that, y'all. It says you are a sensitive soul who is connected to everything and everyone on a very intimate level. You have come to understand that everyone and everything is connected and united. Nothing is separate from each other. You feel the pain of the world. You feel the pain of others. You are extremely aware and connected to everything that is happening on a global scale. This card comes to you today because you could be feeling overwhelmed by all of the energetic shifts that are taking place on the planet. Exactly. The fear that sweeps around the planet is also a reflection of the collective consciousness and changes that are taking place. You are highly attuned to the oneness of all that is. Remember to breathe in love to your fear. Remember to rise above the illusion, Neptune, and remember that you are a beautiful spark of divinity. Don't let yourself get caught up in the fear of it all. You are awake. You can see through the veil. Spend time in prayer and meditation and focus on love and peace. As you do so, you help balance out the energy shifts that are currently taking place. This too shall pass, and you will begin to see through the fear and rise above into truth. You are one with all that is, and the only thing that is real is love. Focus on love and oneness and bring that energy back into your awareness. So how you heal the collective consciousness right now, which is so hard, which I get it because I'm a healer, is heal yourself. Love on yourself. Focus on yourself. Because people got a lot of crazy shit going on right now, y'all. Like, let's be fucking for real, y'all. Shit is fucked up. This world is crazy right now. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. People are all over the place. People are depressed. People are stressed out. There's a lot of injustice. There's a lot going on. So if you're not clear, if you're not doing the daily cleansing, you're not going to have the clarity. If you don't have the boundaries in place, the collective energy is going to like literally weigh you down because you're an empath. Okay. Let's pull an affirmation for group 2 and then we'll move on to group 3. I'm finna say, don't you fall over there. I am surrounded by love, respect, and support. Y'all, if that is not the 3 of cups, that is the 3 of cups. I am surrounded by love, respect, and support. Period. Okay, one more. And it says, I'm gonna just show this one for just a mention. Love yourself the way you want him to. Okay, bye. All right. And then we have no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to save you. So this is like nobody's coming to save you. Not your friends, not your family, not the world. This is your responsibility. Okay, friend? This is your calling. This is your growth. You've been waiting, hoping, thinking that somebody else is going to rescue you from whatever weight this is that you've been carrying, the interruptions, the energy that you've been feeling drained, the chaos of the collective. But the truth is, you were always meant to step into your power and save yourself. And that doesn't mean, okay, it doesn't mean you stop helping people, right? It just means, don't abandon your gifts. But it also means that you need to stop relying on anyone else for your peace, for your clarity, for your alignment, okay? You are the keeper of these boundaries, and you are the source of your own joy, group 2. You are the source of your own joy. All you have to do is stand up and claim it, okay? And only then can you be the healer, the guide, the earth angel that you came here to be, okay? With boundaries. So that is your message, group number 2. Let me know how it resonates with y'all. Let your girl know. And then we're going to move on to group 3. Group 3, this is your message for the month of September. Okay. So 5 here. 5 represents change, freedom, unpredictability, joy, creativity, wealth rather, with 1. New beginnings, first house, initiative, self-mastery, taking action towards something. So in September, you guys are taking action towards change, taking action towards freedom, taking action towards breaking old patterns, taking action for, doing something that's out of the norm for you. So big changes are here for you guys. Big changes are here. But these changes, I feel like they're required for you to take ownership and step into a new way of being, step into a new way of doing things, and to do it alone. Do it alone as well is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you guys are born to stand out, okay? You were born to stand out. You weren't born to fit into any crowd. I'm also feeling like this is about competition and conflict, okay? There could be a lot of conflict and competition around you right now at the time of you watching this. Or you could just feel very isolated from a certain group of people, very isolated from family. Or you've isolated yourself. Okay, or you've isolated yourself. Okay, that's a possibility as well. Baby, they ain't kicked you out. You kicked yourself out. I just get this feeling with your energy, like you stand out. Like it doesn't matter how much you try to fit in. And this could be a thing like throughout your whole life. No matter how much you try to fit in, you're just going to stand out like a sore thumb. And it kind of does you a disservice. I mean, like group 3, you literally can wear like a trash bag to be like, I don't want nobody looking at me. And people are going to be looking at you like, oh, girl, I didn't know they was wearing that now. Girl, I love the way you wearing that trash bag. You be like, oh my God. Like people are just like are drawn to your energy. I feel like people copy you a lot. They copy you. They try to mimic your personality to you. Mimic your style, the way you speak, the things that you do. Like you're very like innovative. And then we have here Uranus, Jupiter, and the 3rd house. So Uranus is like sudden shifts, like the rebellious, like Aquarius, like innovative, like breaking out of these like old structures and old ways of doing things. And then like Jupiter is the planet of expansion and luck and growth and spiritual truth and like opportunities and abundance. So I feel like in September you can there's going to be some unexpected Uranus Jupiter. There's going to be some unexpected opportunities that are going to shift some things for you in your life. Something is coming in that's going to expand your worldview and help you to grow spiritually and materially. Wow. But only if you stand out. There's something here about you got to stand out, or it's going to force you to have to stand out. And then with the 3rd house here, 3rd house is ruled by Gemini, right? But it's about communication, about learning, about siblings, about our close neighbors, our immediate environment, our mental framework. So this is about your mindset, your communication, your like how you engage with your immediate environment, your immediate world are going to be very important, or like the central point to the lessons and blessings that are going to be coming in September for you. I feel like in September, there are going to be people, it could be like, you could have like a debate with like a sibling, or a debate with somebody in your area, or like a conversation or some type of communication that feels like a threat to what you believe. It's like, well, I believe this. Well, I believe, it's like, there's something here about like somebody combating something that you believe in, and there being like a difficult conversation. But it's helping you to break these patterns that no longer serve your highest good and step into self-directed action and initiative. You being in a space where you're not waiting for other people to agree with you. You're not waiting for other people's approval on something to take the next step. This could even be, with the 3rd house here, this could even be you like arguing with somebody like on the internet. Or somebody wanting to like combat something that you posted like on the internet. And this shit, like, it's gonna feel uncomfortable, okay? I'm going to ask you guys to be mindful of your response because it's meant to shape you, these communications, this conflict, and it's meant to help build you up, to remind you that you do think differently. You know, you do things differently. You are unique, and to help break these mental breakthroughs. So the things that are happening for you in the month of September are to reinforce your identity and who you are, and like just being this unique person. Okay, I want to pull. Let's do it one more time. I'm gonna put it in here. Yeah, we got 6, 6. I feel like this came out another group. The 11th house. This is the South Node and the North Node. Okay, the South Node and the North Node. Wow. This is interesting, y'all. Okay. This is interesting, y'all. I know y'all don't want to see this, but I just want to show you. Let's pull your message from Spirit as well. So this month is about, like I said, like reinforcing something about your identity or like your uniqueness. Okay. 6, we have 6 coming out twice here. Okay. And 6 is about like balance. It's about like service. It's about responsibility. It's connected to the 6th house as well. It's about self-mastery. So I feel like you guys in the month of September, you're being asked to align with your own truth. You're being asked to align with your own truth, but still you're having to navigate the expectations of other people to like fully step into your calling without compromising. So like, just because somebody doesn't agree with what you believe in or what you do, that doesn't mean stop, you know? And then with the South Node and North Node coming out here, this is about, South Node is about what you're releasing, right? South Node is, what we're here to release in this life, the old patterns, the comfort zone, the tendencies, the things that hold you back, right? And then the North Node in our astrology, chart is where we're moving towards spiritual growth, our calling, our destiny, our legacy, where our destiny is calling us, right? Your North Star. And so I feel like you guys are being pulled out of these patterns that no longer serve your highest good, patterns that may have kept you kind of blending in or like people pleasing or avoiding how unique you are, and your North Node is guiding you towards embracing your originality. There's something so unique about you. And I feel like you've hidden that so long. You've hidden the things that are unique about you. And there's this karmic activation that's happening for you guys in the month of September. And it's happening, I feel like it's happening around people who think they know you or they used to know you. They know the version of you that used to hide who you were. Okay. Let's see. Message from Spirit. Let's see. But yeah, you were born to stand out, like loving it. It could be a life path number 1, life path number 3, life path number 11. Something about fish. You could be a Pisces. You could have just bought a fish. You could have a fish tattoo. Super specific. Okay. You could randomly have a favorite fish. You could only eat fish or something like that. All right, let's see. Group 3. I don't like the way that came out, but let's read it. It says, I need you to get excited again. I need you to remember that you're not in this thing alone. I'm working on your challenges. I've already assigned angels to you. So let go of the stress and just trust me. I've got a pretty incredible ending in store. In fact, that's why you need to get excited again, because the happy ending that I've got is going to rock your world. Okay. Let me pull another one. Ooh. It says prioritize self-healing right now. Put your needs above others for once. It's time to focus on you. Self-healing takes time and a lot of self-love. Remember, open wounds don't heal into scars overnight. Take the time you need in order to feel happier and healthier within yourself. There is no rush. Let's get into y'all's messages. Super curious to see what's going on for you, group 3. Okay. So this card is what you need. Yes. Oh my God. The Queen of Wands in reverse. Exactly. This is you like dimming your light. What you need to release. You dimming your light. You dimming your power. The Queen of Wands is a boss. Okay? She is a boss. She is a fork baby. Think Beyonce. Okay? The Queen of Wands is that girl. And it's like you're trying to like avoid being seen. Look at this hat she has on. She's trying to like hide herself with the hat, but at the same time, like it's what's drawing people in. It's what makes you look. Like take a second look because she has the hat on. You know what I mean? You don't have to do much for attention, okay? You guys could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But you don't have to do much for attention. At all, group 3. You're going to get it. I feel like you guys are meant to be in the spotlight. And you may fear you could have a Chiron in Leo, okay? You guys could have a Chiron in Leo. Maybe in your first house, maybe in your 12th house, maybe in your 10th house, where there's this fear of being seen, you know? This is what you are releasing. This is what you are receiving. The Tower card in reverse. Said, I'm hiding in sunglasses right now. Take them off. And so the Tower card in reverse, this is what you're receiving. It's talking about personal transformation. Letting go of this fear of change, okay? This old way of doing things, this old way of being, like having to crumble down. It's talking about you not being afraid to shake the house up. You not being afraid to express your power, even if it makes other people uncomfortable. Who cares? If me stepping into my full power and authority, me looking good, I feel like you guys are the friend that people want to know. Like you're always overdressing. And so now all of a sudden, now you start to underdress. Because people say you're doing too much. You were the kid that used to dress up. Like just be really in your feminine energy. And I feel like somewhere along the way, you've let that go. This is your spiritual lesson. Protection. Protection. Let's get to this card. Okay, conscious living. Those healthy changes you've been meaning to make are imperative for you right now. So you've been working for your enemies, okay, group 3. I'm going to tell you, friend, you've been working for your enemies. Look, we got the number 1 here, which is about a leadership. That's that one energy, first house, self, right? You've been working for your enemies. Like people have just been making you feel uncomfortable with sharing your light, looking at you. Oh, you know, my man looking at you. Oh, who she thinks she is. Oh, she thinks she's bossy. She's this. And you never, people have been, you could even have Neptune in your first house, okay? You could have Neptune in your first house. You could be a Pisces rising. Because when I tell you, baby, people be projecting onto you. People are projecting their insecurities onto you. And you've been wearing that shit like a badge of honor, girl. You've been wearing it like a badge of honor. Thinking you doing God's work. Venus in the first house, baby, you're that girl. Venus in the first house, God, what will I give? God, what do I have to give to get a Venus in the first? Venus in the first, baby, you are beautiful. Okay? Easy. It's like you just wake up looking good. Effortless. Like, just easy peasy. It's in Gemini, though. So that means it's the way that you speak. You have just this essence about yourself, the way you talk, and you can just get anybody to do what you want, and people compliment the way that you talk, and it's so soothing. Or your power is in, sometimes you have to cut somebody with your words and they're not expecting it. Sometimes you got to be nice nasty. Okay, sometimes you got to be a little nice nasty to somebody. Let them know. Don't let this outside fool you. I'm not the one to play with. But yeah, you've been working for your enemies, for real. You've been working for your enemies. You could also be a Libra, okay? Virgo rising, period. I be trying not to cuss y'all, but like group 3, people got y'all fucked up. The way y'all finna pop out in October, like the way y'all finna pop out in October is finna be crazy. I feel like y'all finna be changing your... What is this? I want y'all to tell me, what is this? What y'all working on? I feel like with conscious living here, y'all are making changes to your body, your health. You're caring about your skin. You're like coming up with these, like, conscious living here gives me like sixth house, okay? Y'all know I have a 6th house stellium, okay? I have a 6th house stellium, and I am super organized, super like detailed, okay? Virgo, okay? Virgo rising, okay? I'm super detailed. I'm very like health conscious, okay? And I love structure, and I love routines, and I love consistency, and I got it be going down in my day to day, okay? And whenever I am not living in my power, whenever there's some work that I need to do spiritually, I'll know it because I won't have the drive to like get up and go, like to knock things out, to go by my routine, to be structured, to like exercise, to eat good, things like that. That's how I'll know, like, what the fuck is up? Like, what's going on with me? Something's wrong, or something is draining me. Because why don't I have the energy to do the things that I love to do? Like, I love a good structure. I love a little day-to-day plan, okay? I love a schedule. Okay, she is me, I am her. I love a schedule. What? I got plans. Okay? I wish y'all could see me. I'm putting like hair behind my ear. But anyway, yeah, I love a good plan, baby. I love a good meal prep. I love a good gym schedule. Okay? I love it. So whenever I'm not in the flow, I know something's draining me. And I feel like something's been draining y'all's light. And the spiritual lesson, ooh, let's talk about it. This card came out for the spiritual lesson, y'all. Protection. So you need to be up in your protection. You've been protecting yourself by walking around like a bum, okay? You've been protecting yourself this way. Spirit is saying, don't try to hide yourself. Protect yourself. Do your protection work, okay? Speak over yourself. You protect yourself by pouring into your body, by, eating better, by doing your rituals, by having certain routines in place. That's how you protect yourself. Group 3. You've been protecting other people in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. You've been protecting everybody else from your good lookingness, okay? Yeah, I just feel like, again, I knew it, y'all. The Queen of Wands, like, I just knew it, y'all. Like, you were born to stand out. Like, ain't nothing you could do about it. You got to embrace it. You could even be, like, a beauty influencer or, like do skin or like fitness or like wellness or like just talk about certain things, research, learning about certain things, like getting dressed, like get ready with me, like women's health things. Like, it's given like you're the girl's girl, like you're the one that's meant to like help other people. It's giving almost like, what's her name? What is her name? Ashira 7, like the sprinkle. Okay, it's giving like her energy. That's the energy that I'm getting from you guys. Okay, Like, you see how she just doesn't have to try. Like, she just doesn't have to do too much. She's very witty. She's very confident in herself. She doesn't shy away from, like, who she... That's the energy that I'm getting from y'all. But you just be trying to, like, lay low and play dumb. And, like, no. Your protection actually is in making people uncomfortable because of your power. And the reason why it's protection, because it's a part of your calling. It's a part of your purpose. Yes, people are going to be uncomfortable when you step in a room. They're going to feel like they got to step their game up. That's what you're meant to put out into the world. People get around you and be like, yeah, I need to start working out. I need to start eating better. I need to get a schedule. I need to start figuring out what I need to wear. I need to start. They get around you and they start doing this. Okay? They get around you and they start talking about what they need to do because you are triggering things in them. And instead of you stepping into that fully, you let them project on you and make you think you're doing too much. Okay, okay. Okay, you get the picture. Y'all get it. Let's put some ancestor messages. Let's put some ancestor messages real quick. Oh, I love this energy. Okay, just getting back to yourself. Like, ooh. Okay. Let's see some ancestor messages, some tough love messages. What does group 3 need to know? Okay. So many cards. Okay. But, okay. It says consistency is your protection. Again, consistency in your looks, waking up looking good. I mean, we should all do it, but for real, for y'all, like, you know, you looking good, your skincare is like a spiritual, like, protection ritual, okay? You soaking in the bath, baby, is a spiritual protection ritual. You look in the mirror and say, I'm that girl, like, look at me, girl, you look good. That's a spiritual protection ritual. You taking the time to oil your body down, okay? That's a spiritual protection ritual. When you get up, and you be just tempted to put on anything so you can just blend in, that's you putting a hex on yourself. When you look in that mirror and be like, girl, it's a Friday night. What's that song? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Let me look at my whatever. Let me see what I can wear. That's the energy y'all need to be in. It's a song, I think it's Young Miami, City Girls. Girl, you gonna get a bitch beat up. You know what I'm talking about? That's the energy that y'all need to be in. Looking in that mirror. Looking in that closet. Like, girl, let me see what I could put together real quick today. That's protection. That's protection. So these folks then tricked you out of your protection so they can project onto you. Okay, what do we have? A spell you cast on yourself. Self-procrastination. Okay. Trying to manifest love but avoiding self-love. This came out. No uninvited guests. Chaos spirit. Okay. They can't block you, but you can block yourself. People already come to you for this. Own it. What should I wear? Do this look good together? What you think I should do? Have you heard about this food? Have you heard about that? The people already be coming. You keep calling it a hobby, but it's a calling. Okay. Stop telling people your goals. Some are praying against them. So these are messages from your ancestors. Specifically here, no invited guests. Whenever that card comes out, I like to pull a clarifier. But it's talking about being mindful of the company that you keep. Being mindful of the people that you allow in your home. Okay? And evil eye. That's what I'm getting from that for you. You guys deal with a lot of evil eye, okay? If you're on social media, okay, there are certain things that you need to be doing to protect yourself as you're growing, okay? As you building, your social media following, if you're doing anything like influencer or whatever, there are certain things you need to be doing to protect yourself. Internal fears and doubts are holding you back. Increase your confidence and trust in your ability. Don't let me saying that, but like, that's why I need to get off social media. No, that's why you need to protect yourself. That's why you need to do certain things to, just protect and shield your energy, before you post and things like that. Yeah, look at that. Someone is casting spells against you. Your enemies are working against you. Protection is needed. Exactly. The way you protect yourself, I already said, I ain't got to keep saying it. Y'all heard me. That's how you protect yourself. That's how your spiritual team wants you to protect yourself right now. Okay? All right. Let's pull the affirmation for y'all. That second time that card came out, you keep calling the hobby. Yes, it did. It came out for another group. I think group 2. Okay. Bottom of the deck, it says, sis, the bag ain't gonna make itself. The bag ain't gonna what? The bag ain't gonna make itself. Y'all finna get to a bag. You finna get into your beauty and you finna get into your bag, I'm telling you. I release the need to be validated. I am my own confirmation. And I think we was talking about that in the beginning of y'all's reading, about being validated, like having a certain conversation with people where you like don't agree with them or something, or they don't agree. Also your sacral chakra too. That's coming out here. Lots of sacral orange energy. Maybe orange is going to be something that you may, orange or red. Those colors could be like protection colors for you. Orange, red, black. These could be like colors that you wear for like protection. Okay. Sis, the rules are fake. Do you? That is what I'm getting for you. Group number 3. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I love doing this reading today, you guys. All the energy was just super good. Again, this will be available. This particular reading, if you want to watch the full thing, if you just came in late or you want to watch it back, it'll be available in Patreon. Okay. Not on YouTube for the collective family. This one will be available on Patreon. Okay. If you want to rewatch it, come back to it, yada, yada, yada. Okay. You're so welcome. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. I surely appreciate y'all's love and energy. Okay, y'all. We are doing astrology readings this week, okay? If you want to book an astrology call with me where we dive deep, specifically for group, well, anybody can do it, but specifically for group 3, okay?